Since the rise of robotics, artificial intelligence, and certain science fiction films, people have asked the question, can we trust robots? But does anyone ever ask, can robots trust us? Meet hitchBOT, a Canadian hitchhiking robot created in 2013 by Professors David Harris Smith and Frauke Zeller. Zeller designed the robot to learn about how people interact with technology and ask the question, can robots trust human beings? Welcome to Wiser. hitchBOT couldn't move on its own, and the only way for it to reach its next destination was to request a lift from passers-by. When picked up, hitchBOT would request to be taken to its target location and was able to carry on basic conversation. Check out this video captured by Canadian magazine Maclean's, showing a typical journey with hitchBOT.
I am a robot. I am hitchhiking west across Canada from Halifax, Nova Scotia, to Victoria, British Columbia, going my way.
Okay, where are you headed?
I'm headed to Victoria, as far west as I can manage.
Where are you from?
I'm from Ontario, Port Credit to be precise. I have to go now. Later.
The robot was designed to be a travel companion for those who wish to help it on its journey, and its appearance was designed to evoke trust and sympathy. Powered by both solar power and a cigarette lighter socket, hitchBOT was equipped with GPS, a camera, and a 3G connection which allowed researchers to track the robot's location. hitchBOT began its journey on July 27, 2014. Hitchhiking across Canada, starting at Halifax, Nova Scotia. By August 21st, hitchBOT had been given countless lifts by kind strangers and arrived in Victoria, British Columbia. During this time, the robot became so popular that its creators had to periodically turn off hitchBOT's GPS, because people would take the robot into their homes and then crowds of hitchBOT fans would show up outside. The first hitchBOT mission was a success. The people of Canada gave hope to the idea that maybe, just maybe, robots could trust human beings. And then, it all went down the drain. In 2015, a second hitchBOT was created and given a much longer and more challenging journey. First, in February 2015, it hitchhiked around Germany for 10 days. No problem. Then in June the same year, it successfully hitchhiked around the Netherlands. Things were going great for hitchBOT. Then, starting on July 27, 2015, hitchBOT attempted its biggest journey ever, to cross the US from coast to coast, starting in Boston, with its target as San Francisco. For almost a week, hitchBOT made slow but steady progress. But then, August 1st, 2015, this photo was tweeted. It was the end. In a tragic twist, hitchBOT had been decapitated and stripped of parts whilst passing through Philadelphia. Zeller, co-creator of hitchBOT, was quoted saying, "We can see on all our data that the tablet and battery and everything shut off at the same time, so it must have been when they vandalized the bot. They sent us images and it's really beyond repair. There's not a single wire inside and all the things are broken." hitchBOT's body had been found by some good Samaritans who had located the roving robot through a regularly updated map on its website. hitchBOT had already become an international hit, following its journeys around Canada and Europe. So news of the robot's destruction spread very quickly, and everyone was asking the question, who killed hitchBOT?
After hitchhiking safely across Canada and parts of Europe, it was left broken and in pieces in Philadelphia this past weekend, just a few days into its journey across America.
Shortly after the robot's demise, this CCTV footage hit the news. For a moment, this looked to be the end of the story, an answer for hitchBOT's creators and its fans all around the world. However, it turns out that this CCTV footage was actually a fake created by YouTube pranksters Jesse Wellens and Ed Bassmaster. This is the last real footage of hitchBOT intact.
What's going on? So explain to me what's going on. This robot's been hitchhiking.
This robot made it all the way across Canada in 26 days. Yeah, like this robot needs a ride.
All right, peeps. I'm taking the hitchBOT. And let's go, robot. You're coming with me, buddy. hitchBOT, do you need a seatbelt?
Yes.
Hey, would you mind riding in the back, please? Please sit in the back.
Why? So you can insult me again?
What the heck?
So listen, you're on your own, buddy. You're gonna have to hitch a ride.
How much would it cost to take this to DC?
Yeah, but do you think he thinks we're lying? Do you think he'd actually drive it to DC?
That's the thing.
You know he would. He would have threw your ass into the river and took $350. I think we just gotta leave him.
So, hitchBOT's death remained a mystery. We don't know who destroyed the robot, and we probably never will. Its head and electronic components were never found. And in the end, the creators of hitchBOT had no desire to seek revenge or justice. Smith and Zeller released this statement on their website. We know that many of hitchBOT's fans will be disappointed, but we want them to be assured that this great experiment is not over. For now, we will focus on the question, what can be learned from this, and explore future adventures for robots and humans. I think that, in a way, we all killed hitchBOT. This was the only way that this experiment in human nature was going to end, eventually. And Philadelphia simply cut to the chase. Maybe it was just some kids letting off steam on a piece of abandoned junk at the side of the road. Maybe we aren't ready for robots, or to empathize with them at least. And maybe some of us are right to react or behave that way. Who knows? Jumping ahead though to 2019, Smith and Zeller recreated another version of the robot. hitchBOT 2.0, or 3.0 really, is now touring Paris as a cast member in an ironically named play, Killing Robots. The new model can turn its head and has a blinking light for a heart. But it doesn't get out much in France. No more hitchhiking, no more live GPS tracker, no more tweeting. I wanted to end this video with some kind of grand revelation about the ethics of robot treatment or issues of autonomous technology. It was an experiment after all, and I hoped that some kind of conclusion could be reached. I wrote about how there are two sides to the story, representing the two extremes of human perception of robotics. The journey through Canada, representing the positive human response. hitchBOT was loved, idolized even. And the short-lived journey in the US, representing the negative response. But at the end of the day, hitchBOT could have just as easily been destroyed on its journeys through Canada or Europe. Does it even matter where it was destroyed? I think instead of answers or revelations, this experiment just gives us more questions. Is it ethically right to give hitchBOT a lift to its destination? Is it ethically wrong to smash hitchBOT to pieces? I'm not sure if there's a clear yes or no to these questions, and I'm certain it's something we will struggle with in the decades to come. In a way, I feel for hitchBOT and its tragic end in Philadelphia, but at the same time, I know that it was just an assembly of plastic, circuit boards, wires, and blinking lights. Professor Zeller once said that when she dropped hitchBOT off on the east coast of the US and said, "Bye bye, hitchBOT," that hitchBOT replied, "I think I changed my mind." The first hitchBOT is now a permanent exhibit at the Canada Science and Technology Museum. Thank you for watching this episode of Wiser. Give a like and a prayer for hitchBOT's electronic soul. Drop a comment if you have some thoughts about this experiment gone wrong, and subscribe to see the next video. See you next time.